Guys, interesting stat with regards to the pairwise. You guys are 15-1 against teams below you in the pairwise, but 0-9-1 against teams above you. And obviously, you'll be playing two teams above you in Colgate and Cornell this weekend. So, how important is it to get these wins and move up in the ECAC standings right now? Because you guys right now third place there with 3 points behind Colgate.
Yeah, I mean, it's super important. I think our team has addressed that. We understand that, if we want to be the best, we got to beat the best. And I think that's going to be a motivating factor moving forward the rest of the season. It has to be.
Caden?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want to beat the good teams, and I think that's what's motivating us right now because we know how good of a team we are, and we just need to take that step. And I think the guys are going to do it.
Brandon?
Yeah, I'd agree. It's gonna be a good test this weekend, and we're gonna give our best effort and hopefully come away with both wins.
Starting with Cullen, just to have a weekend with the standings as close as they are to eke out the 2 points and then win the following. Just how big is that, and how would you guys kind of help to build on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Every point matters at this point in the season. The race is so tight every single year. I try to preach on that to the younger guys, the guys who haven't played in the ECAC, but it's such a tight race and every point matters. So you just want to make sure that you're showing up for every single period, every single game. You can never take a night off. So I think, yeah, the fact that we got 5 out of 6 points was huge. We don't always do that against Yale and Brown. Sometimes they find a way to squeak one out against us, but I was happy that we got the job done this year.
With the standings, Josh was talking about taking it game by game, and that's kind of how you have to be. Does it make it easier to do that when the standings are so close because you know how much each game means?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take it one game at a time. You can't be looking in the future. You can't be looking down weeks in the future. You need to you need to be in the present on the ice too. So I think the more you can stay in the moment, the better you'll be. So when it comes down to if we were playing Cornell on Friday, we'd be focusing on Cornell on Friday. But we got Colgate, so it's like that's the team we want to focus on, and then we'll flip the page. So.
Brandon, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like this point in the year, like every point's so important. Every team's fighting for that bye. Like we're in that position right now, but we know teams are gonna try to come for us, so we got to hold that out. It's gonna be a big weekend.
Caden, obviously Colgate you haven't seen yet this year, but they quietly have moved up in the standings in second place there, and just a point behind Quinnipiac. So what do you know about them, and how concerned are you guys about them?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say we're concerned about them. We're more concerned about ourselves and just focusing on being ready for practice every day so we can head into Friday on good minds and confident. But yeah, we know they're an offensive team, and they're looking for transition plays. So we're harping on just tracking back in practice, and we're gonna have to do that in the game. So limiting their offense and then just taking it to them and having a lot of ozone time. That's what we want. So not too worried.
Cullen, your thoughts on that?
Can you repeat the
question? Colgate has moved up quietly in the standings. Point out what concerns you about them as you go into this game Friday.
Yeah, I mean I think they're gifted offensively. They'll kill you off the rush. So we need to make sure that we have a good F3 and that we shut down their transitions. I think they've always had a really good D-core. They have 3 guys that produce really well for them, so making sure that we are always finishing our hits on them. I mean, yeah, Vegas said it best. We just got to shut them down offensively and play our game, really.
Now, we've talked about the slow starts, which you didn't have against Brown, but that third period against Brown, you guys took 5 penalties. You only had a couple shots on goal. So how important is it to attack if you have a lead going in the third period instead of sitting back?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we try to do, but obviously the team's going to have that desperation mode in them. So we need to just stay on the gas pedal. I mean, the penalties, the way they were going, it was tough to, the momentum swinging back and forth. I think that their power play was getting a lot of opportunities, so it was tough to fight and punch back. But at the end of the day, we got the job done. I don't really care how we did it.
Brandon, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Ferguson said it pretty well there. Like, obviously we weren't trying to come out slow in the third, but they came out desperate. They kind of played us, but I think just staying on the box is a big thing, and if we can do that, I think we match up with a lot of teams very well, 5-5.
Kaden, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, like all the penalties in the third period, we gotta be disciplined, but our PK did a hell of a job there and killing those off, and we got momentum as much as we could, and might not have got a bunch of shots, but we guys that are sacrificing their body and putting it on the line for us. So I thought it was a good team win.
All right, Super Bowl picks.
I want the Eagles to win.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I want the Eagles to win too, but I think the Chiefs are going to win. So.
I hate you. Brandon?
I don't really like either team at all, but
why not?
I don't know, I'm a Seahawks fan, and
Okay.
I'd say the Eagles though. I'd rather them than the Chiefs again.